So I was gonna play some the AI songs I made. This is a good one.
All
First
right.
one,
I got like 7 minutes left before I have to go
yeah,
too. So,
that's fine. I figured we could do this because if you have to leave during it, then it's fine. Because I'm just playing the music and
all right.
kind of commenting. So this is one. I want you to hear this one though. If you're gonna, this one's about Jack's favorite hobby of smelling pies
Oh,
on
a
windowsills and then
pancake.
floating up to him. So this is the floating fancy of Jack. So here you
All
go.
right. Love to hear.
Okay, sorry, that's the wrong one. Here's the actual one.
Oh, there's a man they call Jack, so prim and so spry. With his cane, his top hat, and his monocled eye, he strode through the town with an elegant air, till the scent of a pie caught him floating midair. Jack, Jack, you're defying the ground. A pie on a sill has your senses unwound. He rose like a feather to that tantalizing crust. The fate has a way of betraying one's trust. The pie on the sill was a blueberry dream. It shimmered and glistened with a sugary gleam. Jack's nostrils, they flared as he soared to the treat. His cane twirled below him, his heart skipped a beat. Jack, Jack, you're defying the ground. A pie on a sill has your senses unwound. He rose like a feather to that tantalizing crust, but fate has a way of betraying one's trust. The plotter arose, an ominous clang. From the window above came a culinary pang. A soup can aloft took a tumble with speed, and poor floating Jack got bumped indeed. Jack tumbled back down as the pie stayed in place. A rueful expression spread over his face. He brushed off his hat and he twirled his cane, and vowed nevermore to float up again. The pie on the sill was a blueberry dream. It shimmered and glistened with a sugary gleam. Jack's nostrils, they flared as he soared to the treat. His cane twirled below him, his heart skipped a beat. Jack, Jack arose, an ominous clang. From a window above came a culinary pang. A soup can aloft took a tumble with speed, and poor floating Jack got bumped indeed. Jack tumbled back down as the pie stayed in place. A rueful expression spread over his face. He brushed off his hat and he twirled his cane, and poor floating Jack got bumped indeed. And poor floating Jack got bumped indeed. Jack tumbled back down as the pie stayed in place. A rueful expression spread over his face. He brushed off his hat and he twirled his cane, and vowed nevermore to float up again. Again. Ike. I was applying the ground. I moved old Malcolm and I came back down as the pie stayed in place. A rueful expression spread over his face. He brushed off his hat and he twirled his cane, and vowed nevermore to float up again.
Wow, that was a great song. It was based on a true story, man. If you can believe that. He's
Yeah.
floated up in the sky to pies many times.
I've seen it multiple times. I was there.
Yeah, no, I was there too. I made the pies sometimes, and he floats up. He tries to eat it in one bite, and I have to pull it away at the last second to all his teeth smash together and break apart. Yeah, you can't leave a
really
pie
comical.
around that man. Well, that was a good song, "The Floating Fancy of Jack." The next song we got, this might be the last one before you have to go.
Yeah.
This is Speed Demon Pancake, which I like the food related theme we got here. But yeah, here's the next one we got for you.
Blazing to the zone of rage, full sight learn, unengaged. Engine roars, break betray. Lost wrath and will be slain. 80 miles of stop signs light. Metal screams in dead of night. Crush my fate's unholy hand. Black cartoon, I take my stand. Topside strikes, I'm never afraid. When hell's lost my decree. Through the glass, a clash so dire. Building ends, my blazing fire. Pain within my body twists. Destiny slap a brutal fist. Mangled soul, cartoonish plight. Death laughs loud, a lurid sight. 80 miles of stop signs light. Metal screams in dead of night. Crush my fate's unholy hand. Black cartoon, I take my stand. And within my body twists. Destiny slap a brutal fist. Mangled soul, cartoonish light. Death laughs loud, a lurid sight.
If there was like a Spotify wrapped for like AI music, you'd be like in the 0.0001% of it, no doubt about it.
Well, yeah, probably. But I only listen to like the cream of the crop of the AI music, like the absolute best there is. So that was Speed Demon Pancake. That was unironically a beautiful song. And yeah, Josh, I'm sorry that had to be the last one you listened to before you go, but
It was a banger though.
yeah, no, I'm gonna put it on Spotify pretty soon if you want to listen to it there.
Oh man, you should.
Yeah,
Does Spotify even allow like AI music to be uploaded up there? Or?
probably. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. I'll just tell them it wasn't AI, and they might believe me.
Dude, you should try it. You should like just start up an account, be like a verified creator, and just upload the AI songs we made.
If they'll let me, yeah. Except for that JD Vance one, because we didn't make that, and that one was
we
really
didn't make that.
it
That
was
was-
disgusting.
That was horrible.
Yeah. Well,
And apologies from that other Josh. I don't even know that.
yeah,
is,
that
but
bastard. I don't
bet
know.
he's sorry.
Yeah, he probably is. Yeah, and thanks for apologizing on behalf of all Joshes, so the name isn't like completely tarnished for future generations.
Yeah, I had fun at the show, man. I'll
Okay,
see
yeah.
you
Yeah. Well.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see you later, Josh. Thanks for coming in.
See you later.
Yeah. Well, all right. So that was Speed Demon Pancake. Now we got a few more songs real quick. This one is probably going to be in the top 10 of the Billboard in a few weeks, considering how good it. This one's a really sad song though. It's not as upbeat and happy as the other ones. This one's about a dark gathering, and it's called actually The Dark Gathering, and it's a little bit scary too. So if you don't want to listen, I advise you turn the radio off right now. Here you go. This is The Dark Gathering.
The room went cold as the whispers grew loud. Shadows moved like a creeping shroud. A table long where nightmares meet. Their twisted tales replay on repeat. Ghosts of power with blood-stained hands, plotting chaos across the lands. Stained souls with venomous grins. History sins etched deep in their skins. Ghosts of power with blood-stained hands, plotting chaos across the lands. Stained souls with venomous grins. History sins etched deep in their skins. Under dim light they cackle and stare. Scheming plans far too cruel to declare. Evil with faces of every shape, from silver tongues to those draped in capes. Doug walks in with a voice that chills, smooth as night yet sharp enough to kill. The silence falls as he takes his place. A dark presence cloaked in his grace. Hitler smirks, his shadow stands tall. Stalin's eyes promise the cruelest brawl. Manson hums with the lunatic gleam as the room breathes its collective scheme. Under dim light they cackle and stare, scheming plans far too cruel to declare. Evil with faces of every shape, from silver tongues to those draped in capes. Doug walks in with a voice that chills, smooth as night yet sharp enough to kill. The silence falls as he takes his place, a dark presence cloaked in his grapes.
If you have nightmares about that song, I don't blame you. That does not make you a wimp or anything like that, because it was, to imagine a meeting of such horrible minds all together, Hitler, Charles Manson, Doug, it freaks you out, man. It really does. And it makes you think about life, really. Well, anyway, we have just 2 more songs we'll be playing before we conclude this AI music segment. This is a one I wrote a while ago. It's kind of hard to explain what I was going for here. This is one I was trying to do, like a Tiny Tim type song, like the ukulele guy who sang on SpongeBob once. The first episode actually. It didn't really get what I was trying to go for, but I don't know. It was supposed to be a song about someone shooting a nuclear missile into the sun that destroys the entire universe. But I don't know. I kind of came across. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. But here you go. This is one's called "Oops, There Goes the Sun." So if that kind of gives you a taste of what the song's about. So here it is.
Fiddler with some buttons, oh how shiny they did gleam. A little twist, a little push, it almost felt like a dream. But suddenly a rumble, a missile soared up high. Then it aimed right for the sun and kissed the earth goodbye. Oops, there goes the sun, oh what have I done? The universe went boom and I was just having fun. Oops, there goes the sun, now it's a cosmic hole. I guess I played a little too bold with my curious soul. I watched the sparks a flying like fireworks on parade, not knowing I'd unravel every single thing that's made. The planets started cheering as they spun right out of line. I whispered, oopsie daisy, looking at the grand design. Oops, there goes the sun, oh what have I done? The universe went boom and I was just having fun. Oops, there goes the sun, now it's a cosmos hit restart. I guess I played a little too bold with my curious soul. Now I'm floating in the nothingness with nothing left to do. I'll write a letter to existence, sorry for the big kaboom. Dear infinity, my bad, I should have turned a different knob. But curiosity, it bit me with a cruel and cheeky throb. Oops, there goes the sun, oh what have I done? Invented the explosion to end all the fun. Oops, there goes the sun, who would have guessed it's true? A ukulele talking fool just ended all there is to do. I'm floating in the nothingness with nothing left to do. I'll write a letter to existence, sorry for the big kaboom. Dear infinity, my bad, I should have turned a different knob. But curiosity, it bit me with the cool and cheeky throb. Oops, there is to do. Do with my curious soul.
All right, well, that was Oops, There Goes the Sun. Now, I mean, if I can offer some constructive criticism of that song, because I feel like it kind of needs some. The glitches were kind of going out of control in terms of the lyrics jumping all around and not making sense. I don't really know what the problem was, but the lyrics that are written here aren't really much like the lyrics of the actual song. I don't know if someone can fix that, but that's kind of the problem I had. So thought I should point that out. And it's also not as funny as I kind of wanted it to be more violent, like describe how the people are dying because the world got exploded. I mean, I know I'm a sick bastard for wanting that, but that's kind of what I wanted. But you know, whatever. I guess it's fine. But whatever. Oops, There Goes the Sun, a song that I can imagine all the kids listening to this summer. You know, when the sun is out and it's all hot and they kind of wish the sun would just explode. They'll maybe play this song and sing along to it. I don't know. I think it's a nice song. But anyway, the final song we're gonna play is a sequel to one we did a while ago. One of my personal favorites, How the Doug Stole Chipmus. If you remember, that's a song about Doug, completely fictionalized, by the way, stealing $1,000 worth of food from the North Side Market. And so this next song is a sequel to that. It kind of takes a different approach. That song was very deep and dark and, you know, melancholy. This song is a bit more, I guess I'd say, fun and, you know, upbeat and kind of a different way to look at it. So here you go. This is Doug and the Market of Mischief.
Way up in the hills, near a river so wide, sat North Side Market, the town's greatest pride. With apples so crisp and bread baked with care, the people all shopped, there was plenty to spare. But lurking inside, with a smirk and a shrug, worked a man with a plan. His name was Doug. For years he had swiped, for years he had snuck. He pilfered the produce, the cheese and the duck. But one fateful day, oh what a thrill, Doug got a job right up at the till. Now with the keys, the badge and the code, he could steal even more. Oh what a load. With bags full of berries and pockets of pies, Doug hoarded the food with greed in his eyes. He took and he took, no guilt, not a speck. The shelves grew empty, the town was a wreck. Oh no, cried the people, oh no, what a blight. The cupboards are bare, this isn't right. Even young Lucy, with cheeks once so round, sat by her window without a crumb to be found. Doug saw her sigh, saw her so thin, and for the first time he felt it within. A twist in his gut, a pang in his heart, but stopping, no way, he wasn't that smart. Then one day with banners so bright, came roaring a van, cameras alight. Out stepped a man with confidence grand. Sam Yang had arrived, he raised up his hand. This market was full, this town full of cheer, but someone is hoarding, that much is clear. The people all gasped, reporters said click. Doug tried to run, but he slipped on a stick. With cuffs on his wrists, away Doug was rolled. No more would he steal, no more would he hold. And what of Sam Yang? Oh, what a sight. His rating shot up 6,000 overnight. The shelves filled again, the town gave a cheer. Lucy ate cake and joy reappeared. So heed this tale, let greed take a root, or you'll end up like Doug in an orange jumpsuit.
Well, I certainly learned a lesson from that one. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but that was a beautiful song. Although I will say, first of all, I mean, I have some constructive criticism of that one as well. First of all, I don't get why it adds this character named Lucy, who we never heard of before, who I guess is like a little girl in this town who Doug is affecting by stealing all this food. I don't really feel any personal emotional attachment to this character, so I don't really get why they added her. We don't really know anything about her, it's kind of I don't know, just that wasn't a great creative choice. And then if I can add on top of that, I also find it kind of weird that first of all, the Northside Market is not Pullman's greatest pride. It definitely is not. And there's definitely not bread baked with care there. I would say it's bread that you could probably get cheaper somewhere else and in better quality, but whatever. And then also, we don't have duck at the Northside Market. Like, this isn't some freaking bougie rich people Whole Foods type thing. All right, they serve food there. Like, again, you could probably get somewhere else and for less money. But that's whatever, creative interpretation, I guess. But anyway, also on top of that, I don't really get the idea of him stealing all this food by putting it in his pockets and trying to walk off, like pockets full of pies. Well, first of all, you can't really fit a pie in your pocket, let alone multiple. And then no one caught him, and he's just walking off with pie-shaped pockets. That's it shouldn't have taken a genius to find out where the food was going. And also, when the guy appears who arrests Doug, it doesn't really make much sense considering the fact that how do they just know he did it? He tries to run and he trips on a stick. How does he automatically know that they're gonna find him out? I feel like he could probably hide that he did it with relative ease. But I do agree. I do like the fact that they made it a nice moral tale about don't steal. Doug gets put away, thrown in jail, probably beaten every day in there. So it teaches you don't steal. It's a bad thing to do. So I appreciate that. It's a nice moral tale there. And I also like the ending line that or you'll end up like Doug in an orange jumpsuit, like he is right now, which is why he's not on the show. So I appreciate that. It was a good effort. There were things that they could have improved, but whatever. But anyway, before we move on, probably the last segment of the day. Since again I don't have a lot planned for today, I think we'll do this now. I want to rewrite let's go back to the musical from earlier. Let's rewrite that. And with ChatGPT, with the help of ChatGPT, but this time change the songs to be the ones that are all in first person. So this way, the song it kind of makes more sense. I guess the only one we need to replace is that JD Vance one. So which of course is one that I did not write. I don't know who made that one, but so let's replace it with say I don't know, the Oops There Goes the Sun, because that one actually. That one, while it is quite, it's not the best song in the world. It is in fact. Oh crap! I accidentally inserted that into ChatGPT. Okay, whatever. I put the wrong thing into ChatGPT. Let me try again. The Oops There Goes the Sun is not the greatest song in the world or anything, but it is in fact a first-person song. I think it could work in the format of this musical. So let me pull that one up. Oops, there it is. And I'm just here for the lyrics. Although here, I'll just play it just so that it's not just me talking kind of quietly in the background here. Wait, whoops, wrong song. Here we go. All right, so we just need the lyrics of this song, and we'll find a place for it in the musical. And I'm just gonna rearrange the songs also be in order where it would work, I guess, if it was all in order. Here we go. Let me find it here. All right, here we go. I never really understood the deepness of this song and how existential it is and how actually amazing it is when you really take a minute to listen to it. And we'll add a sixth song as well, just to add a little bit more. Let me find an adequate song to replace the J.D. Vance song, which we didn't write and completely disavow, considering how horrible it is. Here we go. Let's go through the library here. Oh, here's one. Let's do the classic. Where is it? I'm trying to find the Saddest Heart in the World, which is the Chris Chan poem I adapted into a song. What is it? Is it not here anymore? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So we'll take this song and we'll add this as another song in here. Okay, we got to turn that off because I need to think here. All right, so cause like I said, I want to put this in an order where it would make sense as a musical. So this can be the first song, "Saddest Heart in the World." I'm overthinking this way too much. I'm sorry, but I want to make this musical really good. So here we go. The first song we'll have in order. Again, in case they do put it in order, would be "Saddest Heart in the World." There we go. Song 2 can still be "Stealing Doug's Adderall." Song 3 will be "Crazy About the Putt Putt." Song 4 will be "Oops, There Goes the Sun." Song 5 will be to Clean the Frame, which is another classic. And then I'll end with "Par for the Porcelain." All right, there, that could work. They're all in first person. They all work pretty good. Now, here we go. Let me go up to the very beginning of this chat. So, here we go. All right, so ChatGPT is down for the task. Now let's copy this all here, and let's make a musical out of some great songs we got. All right, it's working on it. All right, here it is, a new original AI musical. So, title: "The Greatest Hole in One." All right. So, we meet Lenny, a disillusioned, socially awkward young man who's struggling with his lack of romantic success in his aimless life. His main hobbies include playing mini golf and spending time with his quirky friend Doug. Lenny feels alienated from the world, and he vents his frustration in a melancholic, self-deprecating number. Song: "Saddest Heart in the World." Yep, okay, that makes sense. In this number, Lenny sings about his loneliness, jealousy. Okay, we all know that. They do mention that he's stuck as a virgin, which I didn't really think that ChatGPT would be willing to put kind of an inappropriate lyric like that in, but whatever. Enter Doug. Lenny's carefree friend Doug enters with his own bag of issues, but he's much more relaxed and unbothered. Doug offers Lenny some of his Adderall to help him focus and get his life together, but Lenny hesitates. Doug convinces him that life is a game and they should just enjoy it. Lenny takes the pills and a heightened sense of energy and possibility takes over. Well, if he just takes it from Doug like he offers it to him, that's not really stealing, but whatever. I guess it's creative interpretation. Anyway, Lenny, now full of ambition and energy, revels in the rush he feels from the pills. He feels alive for the first time in ages, able to tackle his writing projects, his chore. Why does everyone have to be a writer in these musicals? He's writing. He feels alive for the first time, able to tackle his writing projects, his chores, and his life with a newfound vigor. He becomes obsessed with the idea of winning at life, all while ignoring the ethical dilemma of stealing Doug's meds. All right. Setting the stage for love. Lenny meets Maggie, a fun, quirky woman at a local mini golf course. They instantly hit it off, and despite Lenny's awkwardness, Maggie is charmed by his unique, if somewhat reckless, energy. They bond over their shared love of mini golf. Lenny's heart flutters for the first time in ages, and he finds himself willing to put in the effort for something meaningful. Oh, okay, so I guess Lenny's the balding, middle-aged man who picks up Maggie. Okay, that kind of ruins the song being about a pedophile if it's about a grown woman, but whatever. Anyway, Act 2, Rising Conflict. Trouble brewing. Lenny's life becomes increasingly chaotic. The Adderall gives him bursts of creativity, but it also drives him to take risks he wouldn't normally consider. His newfound energy leads to reckless decisions, including a fateful incident with the buttons on an experimental machine at work, which Lenny tampered with for fun, leading to an unexpected disaster. But he's not like a writer as his job. Okay. Then they play Oops, There Goes the Sun. In this chaotic number, Lenny inadvertently triggers a cosmic catastrophe. He blows up the sun, sending the universe into disarray. As the universe starts to unravel, Lenny floats in existential space, feeling the consequences of his impulsiveness. This cosmic mishap mirrors his personal life, spiraling out of... Wait, how can there be more of the song after that? I mean, the musical after that, he just blew up the world. It's all gone. Now, how is there going to be more? Maggie starts to question Lenny's behavior. Well, he just blew up the sun, so that kind of makes sense. Sensing that he's not being entirely honest with her. Shouldn't they all be dead? Didn't he blow up the universe? Well, whatever. She confronts him about his obsession with success and his hidden insecurities. Lenny, driven by his guilt, tries to push her away, but Maggie isn't easily deterred. She encourages She encourages him to face his issues and find real purpose instead of relying on distractions. Lenny, overwhelmed and feeling like a failure, retreats to the only thing that has ever given him comfort, the bathroom sink. He reminisces about simpler times and contemplates his decisions. Okay, so I guess that's when he takes a dump in the sink. Lenny uses his time in the bathroom to clear his head, reflecting on the absurdity of his life and the importance of finding clarity. The sink becomes a metaphor for cleansing himself of his mistakes and attempting to start fresh, with a bit of whimsical humor thrown in. Act 3, Revelation and Reconnection. Wow, I totally screwed that word. Lenny realizes that his path forward isn't about racing to success or relying on external distractions like Adderall. He reconnects with Maggie, who has been waiting for him to find himself. In a heartfelt conversation, they discuss their dreams and their flaws, and they begin to forge a deeper connection based on mutual understanding. And that's when Par for the Porcelain comes in. In an unexpected twist, Lenny finds his peace while having a moment of solitude on the bathroom toilet, contemplating his life as a strange, whimsical game. And he sings about golfing on the toilet. That's what that's about now? He reflects on the absurdity of life's ups and downs and how sometimes the best thing to do is simply roll with the punches. In the final scene, Lenny and Maggie return to the mini golf course for one last game, but this time it's not about winning, it's about enjoying the journey together. As they play, Lenny realizes that love, much like golf, is about balance, patience, and fun, not perfection. And then the song is Crazy About the Putt-Putt reprise. The musical finale sees Lenny and Maggie laughing and enjoying their time together, realizing that their bond is what matters most. With all the crazy moments behind them, they share a sincere and a light-hearted moment of joy. Okay, and the ending is, as the couple walks off into the night, they see the first glimmer of their repaired universe. So, okay, that doesn't even make any sense. He blew up the universe, and now it's back. Okay, they see the first glimmer of the repaired universe, suggesting that the world is always in flux, but with love and balance. It can be just as beautiful as ever. Well, that's the end, I guess. So yeah, that was the newest song. The newest musical. This one is what was the name of this one again? The Greatest Hole in One. All right, well that was the Greatest Hole in One, I guess. Yeah, I guess. What do you think of that?
I must admit, that was funny and clever.
Okay, thank you, Blaze. But I thought it could have been better. Frankly, I don't really get why. Well, first of all, both these musicals are just about someone getting addicted to Adderall and they do crazy things, and that's the whole story. But whatever. I did like it better than the first. It made more sense, and I could see it as a musical more than the first one. But the biggest problem is Lenny blows up the universe, and then it's just back. They don't really explain it. But I guess what they could have done maybe is, I guess it could have been a dream if they wanted to fix it. Like it's a metaphor of how he's losing control. Or I don't know, but whatever. That's what they decided to do, I guess. But I want to ask ChatGPT, who would you see playing each of the characters? You see playing each of the... Yeah. Okay, they want, for Lenny, they want Ben Platt. I never heard of that guy. Let me look him up. Apparently he can play a Chris Chan standing, because that's basically what Lenny is. Okay, he's an actor and singer. Okay, I guess he's mostly been in like musicals, which I don't watch, so I guess that's why I didn't know. I guess he can sing though, so okay, well, good for him. All right, Ben Platt's gonna play this loser. He looks too conventionally attractive to play this like loser character, but whatever. He's an actor; he can pull it off. For Maggie, they want Rachel Zegler. I recognize her name, but I don't really know who that is. Oh wait, I guess she's like the Snow White actor. Okay, that's who she is. Okay, I've never seen anything with her in it, so okay though. I guess that's who they see playing the part. Anyway, as for the other act, Doug, I guess would be Andrew Rannells, whoever that is. Okay, he's also in the... I don't know why they keep choosing people who were in the Book of Mormon, but alright, I guess they think he can do it. I never seen that, that play before, but I heard it was good, so, okay. If they think so, if they think that's who can play the deep character of Doug. He's not Asian, though, and I don't know if he has a voice like Morgan Freeman's, just blacker, but okay, I guess he could do it. And, I guess there are really not many other characters anyway, but they want, for the voice of the Cosmos, Audra McDonald. Whoever that... Okay, well, I guess she could. I mean, I guess I'm glad they're picking people from musicals. I kind of prefer that over if they just chose actors from movies and stuff. I kind of like it better like that. The mini golf attendant would be Billy Eichner. I've heard his name before too, but I don't really know who that is. Okay, he's a comedian, I guess. All right, well, he could do it. And then Ariana DeBose would be. They don't know who this. Oh, okay. Ariana DeBose would be Maggie's friend, and then John Mulaney could be Lenny's coworker. I don't know why they keep saying his coworker. I thought he was a writer. I thought that was his job. But all right. Do I know who either of these people are? Oh, I know John Mulaney. I've seen anything with him really, but I know who he is. Okay, well, I guess he's gonna play Chris Chan's friend because that's basically the character. Yeah. Well, since we don't have a lot of time for much more in the show, I will say I'm gonna ask them to write a Siskel and Ebert review of the movie based on the play, and include a few clips from the movie. And I want to ask it to, let's see, so I want to see some dialogue from this movie, and make one of them like it and one of them not like it. All right, here we go. Gene Siskel. Well, The Greatest Hole in One is a musical that blends absurdity with heart in a way I never quite expected. It's a chaotic, whimsical ride through the mind of a young man, Lenny, who's struggling to find his place in the world. But the film doesn't shy away from the humor, fantasy, and even a bit of cosmic catastrophe. Directed with flair, it brings an energy that is both youthful and unpredictable, much like the central character himself. One of the most engaging aspects of the movie is its music. The songs, particularly Saddest Heart in the World and Stealing Doug's Adderall, highlight the protagonist's internal conflict while offering plenty of humor and self-deprecation. It's both a musical journey and a personal one, as Lenny tries to navigate the confusing terrain of life, love, and, well, a miniature golf course. And then they play the Saddest Heart in the World. I guess it's going to be him in his bedroom, lamenting his lack of a love life. Let me just say while we're talking about that, let me just play what that song sounds like.
Lonesome and sad, lonesome and sad. The mastermind is very bad in efforts of getting a boyfriend.
So this is supposed to be the emotional part of the play or the movie.
My only idea for a fall. Heartbroken, sad and very lonely. I may never remove my virginity. And with Backstreet Boys' tune, I sing.
Okay, I'm already bored of the Siskel and Ebert review. I'll read it on my own time. Well, anyway, I want to say write a script because we only have time for like one more thing. So write a script for who was the guy who played Lenny? Let me see that. Ben Platt. Ben Platt winning an Oscar for his portrayal of Lenny. Jack Nicholson, Anthony Hopkins, and who's another like really accomplished actor? Liam Neeson are also nominated but lose. Anthony is so mad he walks out at this snub that he walks out, and Jack Nicholson spills chili on himself, like he often does at the Lakers games he attends. All right, here we go. Now we got a script going. The stage is set, the atmosphere is electric, and the audience is buzzing with excitement. The camera zooms in on the nominees for Best Actor: Ben Platt, Jack Nicholson, Anthony Hopkins, and Liam Neeson. The announcement for Best Actor is about to be made, and the Oscar for Best Actor goes to Ben Platt for The Greatest Hole in One. Yay, woohoo! There we go. I gotta add these like side by side or something. I gotta keep switching tabs. Yeah, all right. The audience erupts into applause. Ben Platt, clearly overcome with emotion, stands up from his seat. He stumbles slightly as he makes his way to the stage, giving a nervous but grateful smile. The camera cuts to Anthony Hopkins, whose face darkens slightly. He's supposed to walk out, but I hope they get to that. And Liam Neeson, who claps politely but with a forced smile. Jack Nicholson gives a playful wink and an exaggerated slow clap. That's kind of a weird response, but okay. Ben reaches the microphone, holding shaking his head in disbelief. Ben Platt, holding the Oscar, trembling. Wow. I honestly thought I was just going to be here for the free hors d'oeuvres, but here we are. Laughter from the crowd. That's all right. That's cool. I have to start by thanking Lenny, that character. He's a mess. He's chaotic. He's searching for the meaning in a universe that seems to be actively trying to take him down, and in many ways, I felt like I was just like him, but maybe with less cosmic destruction and fewer bad decisions. Well, not fewer bad decisions, but you get it. Yeah, that was a really funny one. All right, good job. The role meant everything to me, and to have the privilege of bringing Lenny to life in front of such an incredible audience, I'm just so thankful. And I have to thank the amazing crew, the director, the rest of the cast, especially Rachel Zegler, who made the entire experience just feel like playing in a sandbox of dreams. I want to thank my family for supporting me, even when I was literally dancing on toilets and singing about mini golf. To my team, thank you for believing in me, and of course, to the Academy. You know, I think we all know this is a very competitive year with some very heavy hitters. Is that like a fat joke? Anthony, Liam, Jack, thank you for making me feel like I wasn't the only one losing my mind. Oh, wow, he's like making fun of him. That's not nice. The camera cuts to Anthony Hopkins, who looks visibly frustrated, clenching his jaw. He exhales sharply and crosses his arms. Wait, when's he going to walk out? Oh, wait, there's more? Oh, my God, there's more after this. Never mind, I thought that was the end. The award is not just mine. It's for anyone who's ever felt like they were searching for something, whether it's love or meaning or just the perfect hole-in-one. So this is for all the Lennys out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't blow up the sun, okay? Just a tip. Now, the audience laughs at the least funny things in the world, but all right. Meanwhile, back at the nominees table, Anthony Hopkins stands up suddenly, his face red with frustration. He glares at the Oscar in Ben Platt's hand, mutters something under his breath, and storms out of the venue without looking back. The camera quickly cuts to Jack Nicholson, who watches Anthony leave, raises an eyebrow, and chuckles to himself. He reaches for his chili bowl, one of the free snacks on the table, and proceeds to spill it all over himself. Well, if this isn't a metaphor for the night. Laughter from the audience. Jack gives a theatrical shrug, and his trademark grin spreads across his face. He raises his napkin, pretending to dab at the chili, then turns to the camera with a wink. You know, I've always said if you can't win an Oscar, you might as well make a mess. That is something he would say, yeah. Cut back to Ben Platt on stage, still holding the Oscar. He's overcome with emotion and joy as the camera zooms in. I can't believe this is real. I can't believe I won. I can't believe this is real either. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. The camera cuts to a final shot of the stage, spotlight on Ben Platt with his Oscar held high as the crowd continues to cheer. The screen fades to black. Well, congratulations, Ben, for winning and making Anthony Hopkins feel like an ass. It was really noble of you, man. But yeah, no, that was a pretty good. I mean, I think there's a good chance this will actually happen in the next Oscars. You know what I'm saying? Well, congratulations, Ben Platt, and congratulations, Jack Nicholson, for spilling chili on yourself like you do at the Lakers games. Really an inspiration to all of us. Well, anyway, that's basically the show for today. We're going to sign off, but thank you all for listening once again. Next week will be the beginning of the Chris Chan saga. Like I said, the part for the porcelain video, which I'm really excited for. We were supposed to have it today, but you know we didn't for whatever reason, but that's all right. And we'll have it for you next week then, and we'll be possibly doing an interview. I'm not sure yet, but that'll probably be the last one of the show, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you all for listening, and we will see you again next week. We won't make you wait 2 weeks like usual. So thanks for listening, everybody. Bye!
What's the matter with you? I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.